ये भी आपको अपडेट करेंगे। सो बिफोर वी go to our main speakers, I will request Goenka ji to briefly update the members on various options available for reducing or the energy bill.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
आज का ये बहुत ज्वलंत विषय है एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन एंड हाउ टू ऑप्टिमाइज आवर एनर्जी बिल्स। और आप लोगों को शायद जुलाई महीने के बिल मिले होंगे, तो में क्या हुआ ये आपने देखा होगा, मुझे पता नहीं। और जो हम लोग एनर्जी इफिशिएंसी के लिए एनर्जी का कॉस्ट रिड्यूस करने के लिए जो हम अभी तक करते जा रहे थे, जैसे पहले ओपन एक्सेस चालू हुआ, ओपन एक्सेस को खत्म करने के लिए उसकी क्रॉस सब्सिडी बढ़ा दी गई, सब ओपन एक्सेस से वापस उसे करवा गए। इसके बाद हमने ट्राई किया विंड को, विंड के अंदर में भी ऐसी पॉलिसीज आ गई कि अभी रिसेंट विंड के अंदर में अभी कई लोगों ने अप्रोच किया जिन्होंने विंड ओपन एक्सेस किया, विंड प्लांट दिया, उसके अंदर में बहुत सारे इश्यूज आ गए, डिवाइस टीओडी जो टैरिफ आया उसके कारण। फिर हमने सोलर में ट्राई किया, तो सोलर के अंदर में भी ऐसी ऐसी पॉलिसीज लाई है, टीओडी चार्जेस, रूफटॉप सोलर के अंदर में जो पॉलिसीज आई है, तो सोलर भी अनवायबल हो चुका है। ये आज के जो एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन वाली बात है उससे मैं थोड़ी हटके बात कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर तो ये बोलेंगे एनर्जी कैसे रिड्यूस करना, कंजर्व कैसे करना, हाउ टू यूज एफिशिएंट इफिशिएंसी कैसे बढ़ाना, वो तो एक चैप्टर हो गया टेक्निकल विषय। दूसरा विषय है हमारे एनर्जी बिल्स को लेकर के जो विषय है, उस विषय में जो रिवाइज टैरिफ कमीशन ने जो पहले 28 मार्च को टैरिफ लाया था बहुत अच्छा था। उसके बाद में कमीशन ने एक ही दिन में उस टैरिफ को एमएससीडीसी के रिव्यू पिटीशन में 1 घंटे में उसको स्टे दे दिया और नया टैरिफ लाया जिसमें पूरे टीओडी और सब चीज रिवाइज कर दी, जिसका इम्पैक्ट कम से कम 10 से 15% हर कंज्यूमर को होने वाला और हो चुका हो। तो इसके लिए हमने हाईकोर्ट में अप्रोच किया, मुंबई हाईकोर्ट में, और उन्होंने पर्टिकुलरली टीओडी के ऊपर में स्टे दिया। फिर भी कई लोगों के बिल जो नया रिवाइज टीओडी उसके हिसाब से बिल आए, और उन्होंने क्या किया आपने देखा होगा आपके बिलों में, पता नहीं आपके पास सोलर या ये है क्या, जो सरप्लस एनर्जी उसको उन्होंने सेपरेट रख दिया, उस एनर्जी को आपको क्रेडिट नहीं दिया, उसका कुछ नहीं किया। बोला कि हाईकोर्ट का ऑर्डर आने के बाद हम उस एनर्जी को जैसा भी ट्रीटमेंट करना है, उस पर जो भी ट्रीटमेंट करना है वो हम करेंगे। ये भी गलत है। इसके बाद फिर से हाईकोर्ट में अप्रोच किए थे 3 दिन पहले, उन्होंने ये सजेशन दिया था कि ऑर्डर आने का है कि आप अपना एनर्जी बिल पेमेंट कर दीजिए अंडर प्रोटेस्ट, और एमएससीडीसी को डायरेक्शन दिया कि जब तक हमारा फाइनल ऑर्डर नहीं आता पुराने टीओडी के हिसाब से या पुराने ऑर्डर के हिसाब से बिल इशू करिए। तो ऑर्डर अभी अपलोड नहीं हुआ, इसलिए मैं उस पर कुछ बोलता नहीं, कैसा आया जो सुना है मैंने जो हुआ है। जहाँ तक आगे के जो प्रोग्राम्स है, आगे के प्रोग्राम्स में हम लोगों को भी ये देखना है कि हाउ टू रिड्यूस द एनर्जी बिल, हमारे पास क्या क्या ऑप्शंस है। सिर्फ एमएससीडीसी पे डिपेंड करके नहीं होगा, हमको हमारे ऑप्शंस को खोजने पड़ेंगे। सोलर है या विंड है या ओपन एक्सेस है। अभी सेकंड लाइसेंसी का भी एप्लीकेशन डाला था जो उन्होंने 3 साल से दबा के रखा था, टोरेंट पावर का। टोरेंट पावर के सपोर्ट में भी मैंने काफी इंडस्ट्रीज को सब खड़े हुए वो भी सपोर्ट में। तो पैरेलल लाइसेंसी जब तक नहीं आएगा तब तक हम लोगों को न्याय नहीं मिलने वाला, न कॉम्पिटिटिव बिजली मिलेगी। तो आज ये समझ लीजिए कि उसका पहला चरण जो हमारा है कि हम इंटरनल हम लोग क्या मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं, हम इंटरनल कैसे एनर्जी का सेविंग कर सकते हैं, इफिशिएंट मॉडल कैसे बना सकते हैं, इसके ऊपर आज चर्चा होगी। और भंडारी जी, कौशिक जी इसके ऊपर ही बात करेंगे, और आगे के जो लीड प्रोग्राम में हम बाकी की फिर चर्चा करेंगे अपने लीडरों को और क्या हमारे पास ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है। थैंक यू वेरी मच भंडारी जी।
थैंक यू गोयंका जी। तो फ्रेंड्स, आज कौशिक जी जो हैं ही इज ए टेक्नोक्रेट, काफी उन्होंने हाईली एक्सपीरियंस्ड है, और उन्होंने भंडारी जी को आज वीआई के इस फोरम में लाया है जहां पर वे अपने एक्सपीरियंस से शेयर करने जा रहे हैं। तो सबसे पहले तो मैं वेलकम करना चाहूंगा भंडारी जी का। संजय, कौशिक जी के द्वारा वेलकम करेंगे कौशिक जी। So I'll request Kaushik ji to briefly introduce the speaker, his topic little bit, and then ask the speaker to take up the topic further.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this session, which is basically on energy conservation and sustainability. I would like to introduce to you Mr. Mukund V. Bhandare, who is our key speaker on the energy conservation and energy audits and how we can save power. I mean, whatever we can do internally in our companies to save money and to save power. This is the focus, like rightly said by, informed by your, mentioned by Goenka ji, that there are two-pronged efforts. One is that we keep trying with the government and with the MSCDCL, and the second is we do something internally. So this is an effort which is very much within our control, to control our power consumption, to minimize our costs. So the focus of this particular this thing is to focus internally. Mr. Mukund V. Bhandare is a mechanical engineer by profession. He is also an MBA, and he has been in the industry for 35 years, and for the last 10 years or so, he has been working with the industries in saving power and working on conservation efforts. He has already done audit of more than 100 companies for energy and various other things. He is basically into energy management, power plant maintenance, utilities, projects, etc. If we see the executive summary, he has carried out successfully over 100 comprehensive energy audits, and he has also practically given a saving of 7 to 15% to many of those companies where he has conducted audits. He is also an electrical safety audit. He has also done HR audits. He also does green building certificate audits, especially for the businesses which are having like hotels and other things. He has vast experience in these audits. His professional qualification is a BE certified energy auditor, empaneled consultant to MEDA for energy audits and energy management, boiler proficiency engineer, qualified chartered engineer, ISO 9000, ISO 50001 lead auditor. We did a program last year, last session on ISO 50001. He is a qualified JET consultant for MSMEs. He is a competent person, central government, Cement Central Boiler Board, life membership of Society of Engineers, Energy Managers and Energy Auditors. He is a life member of Institution of Engineers. Academic qualification I have already shared with you. He has done training programs and attending training programs. He has done a program with FICCI, capacity building workshop for practicing energy auditors. He has done program on BEE. He has done program on international business networking management. And in Nasik cluster, he has been organizing a training program for the industry for energy conservation and energy management. From Nasik cluster, we have pulled into Vidarbha now here to seek his experience to guide us, to help us save energy in Vidarbha. And we hope that he will guide us properly to see that we save energy. And he is also a lead auditor in energy management system and training. So with this introduction, I would request Mr. Mukund Bhandare to take over the dais and start the program on energy conservation. Mr. Mukund Bhandare.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. First of all, I am grateful to Vidarbha Industries Association, Mr. President and Sri Goenkaji and our project coordinator, Mr. Ellen Kaushik, for inviting me to as a guest faculty for this lecture on energy conservation and energy efficiency. I also appreciate the initiatives taken by VIA as in the LEAP program to improve the energy awareness of our companies and how we can save energy internally, as Goenkaji rightly said, depending on external agencies in long run is not beneficial. The history is the proof of that. We have always seen electricity bills are rising, rates are rising. If there is good scheme initiated by government after 2-3 years, its attraction is gone. Something else is imposed on us. So only alternative for us is to search our internally what best can be done. Actually, a lot of introduction has been given by Mr. Kaushik about me. I will just brief you about our organization, which is the name of AM Consultancy Services Nashik. We are B certified energy auditors, empaneled as energy consultant with MEDA. Now, MEDA is a nodal agency of Bureau of Energy Efficiency for Nashik. We have got professional and experienced staff of about 30 people. We have got our own measuring instruments to analyze, take the measurements during audit. They are well calibrated and reliable. We provide comprehensive energy audit, electrical safety audit. Electrical safety audit is regarding the quality of electricity we are receiving. Fire audit, green audit, inventory audit, TPM, total productive maintenance, and ISO 50001 consultants. We have got large vendor data for implementation. You know what is vendor data? Anybody? We have got large vendor data. Any meaning you understood about this? See, energy audit is one part. That means we will identify where the savings are possible. But we have to implement it, not to get the results. For implementing, we will need people like contractors, suppliers, and who are the reliable suppliers? Those who have got a large vendor database who can complete our jobs in shortest possible time and in lowest budget. So that is the idea that will help our clients to get the implementation fast. Our mission, what is our mission? Mission is to provide a specific and transparent service to achieve the desired results on sustainable basis. I am saying specific and transparent service because only see energy audit. When we talk about audit, can anybody tell me what is the meaning of audit in general? Financial audit or any audit? What is the meaning of audit? Because there is a lot of confusion in clients about this. That's why I'm asking this question. What is the meaning of audit? What do we do about audit? Anybody? Any audit, financial audit, maybe any audit. What is the purpose of audit?
To find what's going wrong.
Pardon?
To find what is going wrong.
Who is taking the corrective actions after the audit?
There is no good.
Auditing, no? Whose audit is done? So audit is basically not to find the faults with the client, but it is for the improvement. What are the shortfalls and how we can save the energy by following some simple basically steps initially, and then we can go on to adopting new technologies. So our mission is to support the clients. What I am trying to say, कि after audit, we can also assist our clients to implement these ideas and to demonstrate whatever savings are drafted in our draft report are achieved in real practice. So that is the object. That is our mission. It is not that giving a 100-page report is enough and taking our fees and गायब हो जाने का ऐसा नहीं है. We are satisfied whenever we get results only, otherwise not. One more thing, normally we avoid doing audits in government sector because they are not bothered about this. You know all these things. And we are not satisfied really by doing audits in government organizations. Because they will never implement, they won't get time, their budget will be constrained, all constraints will be there, they will not even read the report. So what I am trying to say, if why there should be energy audit and how it should be done, and what are the basic understanding of this. Now our vision is to provide post-audit service for implementation of our proposals. So this is the major area where client is actually finding constraint. He will do the energy audit, but implementing the energy saving proposals is a headache for him. We have seen in our large experience on this thing, because he doesn't have suitable manpower, he doesn't have capital, he has got other priorities than energy saving proposals. Or his mindset is different. He is not confident about the audit report itself. He is got lack of knowledge on technology. All these things will make his decisions late. So there is no point in doing audit if you are not going to implement it. That is my first point. These are some list of textile industries where we have done energy audit and achieved wonderful results. Now, this is a very important concept in energy conservation and energy audit, energy usage and energy efficiency. What is the energy usage and what is energy efficiency? I would share with you one example of this. When I visited one paper plant in MP, I was called for energy audit and I went there and when I entered the plant near the gate, I saw black smoke coming from the boiler. I had a meeting with the director of that plant for energy audit, and he showed me that Mr. Bhandare, these are the results we are getting. We are using so much quantity of steam per ton of paper production and so much electricity we are using per ton of production of paper. And he said these figures are best in India. What you are going to do here? He asked me this question. Anybody can take out any meaning out of this his statement? What he was telling me and what I should reply to him?
He said no further scope.
Yeah. Also note what I have observed while entering the gate. I observed black smoke from the chimney of the boiler. Can you correlate his statement and my observation?
उसने उसके तरफ को इग्नोर कर दिया था बॉयलर से क्या कर रहा है
हाँ हाँ.
वो उसको लग रहा था कि मैं जो चला रहा हूँ that is the best.
He was telling me energy usage only. He was not talking about energy efficiency. He was telling me this much steam is required to produce 1 ton of paper, this much electricity is required. Now, what is the efficiency of generating steam, generation and distribution? What is the efficiency of using your electricity when you are taking from the grid? How much electricity is lost inside? How much fuel is lost? I told him, sir, you are telling me what is your energy usage, but you are not talking about energy efficiency. I don't think your boiler efficiency is more than 60%. seeing the black smoke from the chimney, and the boiler was 20-year-old. I also suspect a lot of losses inside from your cable, from your transformer, from your PCC, from your MCC, everywhere. What is the guarantee? Have you got the figures to tell me what are the losses? So he was really surprised with my reply and he gave us the order and we, I think, achieved some 2.5 crore saving in that plant. Thereby, the cost was reduced. Actually, energy usage shows you how much energy you are using. And energy efficiency will show you how much energy can be reduced as the input to get the same output. I will give you a very simple example. Now we are sitting in this hall, If we decide to follow the basic rules of energy conservation, what will you do? When we leave the hall, we will close the lights, shut off the ACs, and then we'll go. We will follow this rule, no? This is a basic rule. Also, at our homes also, we normally follow these rules. What we are doing by doing this?
We save the electricity.
You're saving the electricity.
Pardon?
To save the
Reducing the
electricity.
electricity consumption.
We are reducing energy usage, right?
Yes.
Energy usage we are reducing because we want to conserve it, energy. Now, suppose these lights are traditional old lights. And if we replace these lights with LED lights, which are got higher efficiency, what will happen? My energy usage also has come down, plus my energy cost has also reduced because of the higher efficiency of LED lights, right? Because for the same watts output, I am getting in less electricity. Almost 50% saving LED lights. So this is the best example of how energy usage and energy efficiency can be combined. And that is the whole purpose of our energy audit. We have to take both these concepts jointly, not single. How we can cut energy usage, how we can reduce energy usage in our plant. Can anybody give one example at least? Is anybody owner in this? Anybody owner? Please raise the hand. Yeah, very good. How we can reduce the energy usage? So give me simple example.
मेरे यहाँ पे जैसे HVAC है काफी
हाँ?
मेरे यहाँ पे एयर कंडीशनिंग है काफी HVAC से बड़े बड़े
Okay,
so I recently shifted from air cooling chillers to water cooled chillers
okay,
so through that I achieved significant savings.
good. I will cite you one example which I experienced, and it was really a shocking experience for me during energy audit of one textile industry in Gorakhpur. Sorry, it was a distillery manufacturing ENA and other products. One distillery was there, and we recently did this audit, I think some 2 months back. That time when I entered the distillery, I observed a lot of sound, a lot of hissing sound during the audit. And engineering head was with me, and I think it was the last week of the month. So I asked him, Pandey ji, why इतना आवाज क्यों आ रहा है भाई? किसका आवाज है? सब ऐसा लग रहा है कान में बहुत परेशानी हो रही है, हर जगह आवाज है। पांडे जी मुझे बोले, सर ये तो महीने का आखिरी का वीक है और प्रोडक्शन का बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर है हम लोगों पे। मैंने बोला वो तो ठीक है, आपका प्रोडक्शन चलते रहेगा, प्रोडक्शन निकलेगा, ये आवाज काय की आ रही है? बोले ये तो सब स्टीम लीक्स है, कंप्रेस एयर के लीक्स है जगह जगह, ये तो चलता है, दिस इज नॉर्मल। आई वाज शॉक्ड बाय हिज स्टेटमेंट। इंजीनियरिंग हेड इज गिविंग सच स्टेटमेंट्स। See what is how the industry in India are running. People are not at all concerned about leaks, which is the simplest way of achieving energy conservation. And remind you, savings are huge. They are not small because 24 into 7 days per week. If you compute for per year basis, it will be in lakhs and crores of rupees. Only thing is maintenance. No capital cost is involved. Can anybody know what is? It is costliest utility in industry, costliest. But people are not aware about this. It is the costliest utility. People are using compressor for washing the clothes, for cleaning the junk, for cleaning the machines. 7 kg pressure. Do you really need 7 kg pressure for washing the, cleaning the clothes and cleaning the machines? There are so many leaks of compressor. So if you are producing X quantity of compressor, we have found normally 50% leaks in the industry. 50%. Simple leak test is there. It is so accurate. Because compressors are never stopped, they are continuous running equipment, and it is horrible, you know. So these are the simple things. If you can improve our maintenance, focus on leaks, you can save a lot of energy. Why you need loan? Why you need capital? Start with this. My request is start with these things. Why you want high-fi projects to save the energy? Why you want bank loans? You start with this project, raise your capital, and then go for technology upgradation. You can raise your own capital through the savings. These are huge savings, these are not ordinary savings. Everybody has got pumps in the industry. All of you are using pumps.
Yes.
What is the efficiency of the pump? Have you measured any time? How at what efficiency pump is running? Anybody? No.
आप लोग जवाब दीजिए तो फास्ट होगा सेशन.
कुछ भी जवाब दीजिए ना, जो भी आपको कितना एफिशिएंसी रहता है पंप का. चलो आप नया पंप खरीदते हो तो कितना एफिशिएंसी रहता है? डिजाइन एफिशिएंसी क्या है? चलो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट दैट. कितना एफिशिएंसी रहता है स्टैंडर्ड पंप का आजकल?
60.
50. और कोई भैया 50% का जमाना गया, अभी 75% कैपेसिटी के पंप्स मिलते हैं केएसबी के. Anyway, what I was telling, I am telling you another incident which happened to me in a energy audit of chemical industry in Gujarat. It's a very typical incident, and I was so it was so shocking. There was 150 HP pump in that chemical industry, which was very crucial pump for production. Without that pump, production cannot be done. That pump was operating from 15 years. There was no standby pump to that. So management was very happy about that pump. Why? Because it was giving continuous production. In between there used to be breakdowns. Breakdown तो होना ही है. 15 years से चल रहा है pump. The managing director was calling engineering head. कितने घंटे में होगा प्लांट चालू? Normal question. I am losing production. कितने घंटे में चालू होगा pump? This manager, engineering head, was very smart. He knew how much time it would take. He knew it can be done in 4 hours. But he told director that it will be done in 6 hours, sir. No, यार 6 hours कैसा चलेगा? Production down है पूरा because of that pump. Okay, sir, I will try to finish it in 5 hours. And this fellow finished the job and somehow जुगाड़ के सिवा तो कोई चारा नहीं है ना ऐसे इंसिडेंट. जुगाड़ करके 4 घंटे में चालू कर दिया. This fellow got promotion from the management. You know, management has promoted him to senior manager. When we did the audit there and when we measured the electrical power consumption of that pump was consuming 50% more power than normal pump. At power cost, nobody was knowing how much it was consuming. तो ये बताइए, जब ऐसा मैनेजमेंट रहेगा और ऐसा इंडस्ट्री चलेगा तो क्या एनर्जी सेविंग करेंगे? It is not a rocket science to calculate the pump efficiency. Yeah, you can calculate in your own plant. You don't even need auditor for that. It's a very simple thing. But who does it? So it is a very surprising thing and it is a very nominal thing, you know. It doesn't require capital. It was the energy loss was in 50 to 60 lakh rupees per year was lost. Total electricity from that pump. We advised, we met director, we told him, you remove this pump, purchase new pump with higher efficiency, keep this pump by the standby, carry out proper maintenance. Because everything was, everything was lost in that adjustment, you know. Why I am telling you these things? Because these are the facts we have observed during our audit and you should take a lesson from this. Because the simple things we bring to you, use savings, remember, not for going to any hi-fi equipment and investing lot of money. How many of you are taking the round of cooling towers? Daily round. Owners? I will ask owners. Do you take any round? Daily? Daily round? Who is taking? You are taking?
Yes.
Yourself, man? No.
Do you calculate the efficiency of the cooling tower?
No.
Do you know how to calculate it?
No, I got.
There is a way to calculate the efficiency of cooling tower.
No, sir, cooling tower is in remote areas. Nobody goes
What's
there.
there? Engineers have designed everything in a way that you can calculate the efficiency and then monitor it and
And you know, reduction in cooling water supply temperature by 1 degree can give you lakhs of rupees savings in process. We have done this. Reduction in cooling water supply temperature by 1 degree will give you savings in lakhs of rupees. In a power generation plant where there is a condenser, if you get higher back pressure, it is due to cooling tower quality. If cooling tower giving you less temperature, your vacuum will be maximum and you will get more power. But this is the most neglected area. Nobody goes there. Nobody sees how the water is falling. Whether there is a laminar flow, uniform flow, or erratic flow, nobody is bothered. We have seen that. One company was running cooling water pumps, 150 HP, 3 pumps. They were running with discharge valve throttle by 20%.
and this is very normal in the industry.
Discharge valve throttle by 20%. Why? Can anybody answer me this question?
वो डेल्टा मेंटेन करने के लिए
Cooling water,
प्रेशर का डेल्टा इनपुट आउटपुट मेंटेन करने के
input of delta T बढ़ाने के लिए. Any other reason? Why they were throttling discharge valve by 20%? I asked them, why you are throttling discharge valve by 20%? Delta T बढ़ाने का reason नहीं है. They had some other reason. What happens, sir, when projects are being carried out or projects are being done in industry, they are not interacting with operational group, and that is the most dangerous flaw in our Indian industry. Projects, there is no interaction or cooperation between project team and operational team. Now the project team has purchased those 4 pumps, high volume and less head, right? They have installed the pumps. Unfortunately, the plant configuration was such that there were 4 blowers. They were not getting the head. They were not getting the heads. So production manager was complaining against engineering head. That is the usual case. We are not getting pressure. Our production is affected. So what should be done? Engineering manager was smart. He has throttled the valves. What is the impact on energy? Can anybody answer me? What is the impact on energy consumption if you throttle the valve discharge valve by 20%?
बैक प्रेशर जाता है,
हाँ?
करंट बढ़ेगा,
हाँ?
इंडक्शन मोटर बैक प्रेशर करंट बढ़ेगा मोटर का पंप का बैक प्रेशर
कम होगा
When you throttle the valve, what will happen? Your volume will reduce, head will increase. That is what they wanted. But how much power it will consume? Whatever power is consumes, is there any other way of doing this thing? First thing, running the pump with throttling the discharge valve is a crime. Now, even if you want to do the same thing, is there any good way from energy conservation point of view?
Yeah, put inverter या VFD, put
Exactly.
VFD and yeah.
Exactly. You can put VFD and run the pump as you want. It will save lakhs of rupees. But I am surprised that this simple thing people don't understand, people don't implement. So electricity bill is going to increase definitely, increase multifold. So energy usage, what I was telling is basically to identify where the wastages are. We are wasting a lot of energy. I had talked about round because when you take a round, you observe the sound in the factory, you observe the leaks, you observe how steam traps are working. Many steam traps are draining the steam itself instead of condensate. Owner at least can understand these things if he takes a round for at least 1 hour daily. Because first we have to understand what is happening in our factory, where we can attack small things. By attacking small things, we can get big savings, you know. Our plant should be leak proof. There are ways of identifying the leaks. You don't need any expert for this. You can see a lot of things are there on the Google. You can get suitable contractor to identify the leaks, plug the leaks. Steam leaks, you have to do the index study. What type of material I should use, whether my pressure ratings are, adjustable with that or not. All these things are there. So this was the important point, energy usage and energy efficiency. I could tell you some real things in that. So comprehensive energy audit focuses on energy usage and energy efficiency both. Now the meaning of comprehensive energy audit is, it is not only for electrical, it is for thermal also. Because in many industries, in addition to power, they are using fuels. For example, furnaces, lot of things are there which can be exposed, which can increase your energy consumption. Now I will come to some myths about energy audit. There are definitely reluctance in industry to carry out energy audit from third party. And there are reasons for that, and I appreciate that. There are reasons for that. The first is clients' lack of interest in new process and technology. क्लाइंट ये बोलता है मेरे को ये बताओ टेक्नोलॉजी तो आपने बताई है, किसने किया है, किसने किया है वो ये बताओ, ये टेक्नोलॉजी मत बताओ, मैं वहां जाऊंगा या आप मेरे को वहां के पैरामीटर दो, देन तो मैं करूंगा. दूसरे रहता है लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस इन एनर्जी ऑडिट फाइंडिंग्स. and competency of EA team. ऑडिट तो कर लेते हैं लोग, लेकिन उनको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता है बाद में जब रिपोर्ट पढ़ते हैं, उनको लगता है ये होगा कि नहीं। मेरे को कई लोग पूछते हैं, कई ओनर्स पूछते हैं इंडस्ट्री के कि भाई भंडारी साहब आप तो ये सब बता रहे हैं 15% 20% आप सेविंग करेंगे, इसकी गारंटी क्या है? क्या गारंटी है सेविंग? अगर नहीं हुआ तो क्या करेंगे? प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस which are asked in the industry. आपने इतना सेविंग करेंगे बोला, इसका क्या गारंटी है? नहीं हुआ तो क्या करेंगे? मैंने उनको बोला सर आप कोई डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो अच्छे? हाँ बोले हम जाते हैं, हमारे बेस्ट डॉक्टर है। उन्होंने ही बोला हमारे बेस्ट डॉक्टर है, बहुत पुराने हैं। तो वो आपको चेक करके प्रेस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं? हाँ देते हैं। आपसे फीस लेते हैं? हाँ लेते हैं। कि आप उनको पूछते हो उससे रिजल्ट नहीं मिला आप क्यों ले रहे करके? अभी तो रिजल्ट मिलने का बाकी है, जब हम मेडिसिन लेंगे तब रिजल्ट मिलेगा। कहने का मतलब क्या है कि यू सिलेक्ट योर एनर्जी ऑडिटर विथ विजडम, डोंट गो फॉर ऑडिट फीस। 10,000 रुपए का ये लेता है, इसको दे दो ऑडिट, ऐसा मत करो। You select your auditor properly. He must be experienced auditor. He must have thorough knowledge. His history must be, background must be good. उसको आप सिलेक्ट करिए, क्योंकि nobody can give you guarantee. लेकिन आप अगर प्रॉपर एनर्जी ऑडिटिंग फर्म सिलेक्ट करोगे तो आपको रिजल्ट मिलना ही है 100%. There is no doubt about it. Then lack of implementation resources and strategies. ये एक पॉइंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज देयर इज ए मैन पावर रिसोर्स, मैन पावर भी कम पड़ता है, कोई इसमें एक्सपर्ट नहीं है, दे कैन नॉट इम्प्लीमेंट, प्रायोरिटी भी नहीं रहती है, दूसरी प्रायोरिटी रहती है डे टू डे में, दैट इज अर्जेंट। एंड थर्डली देयर इज नो टेक्नोलॉजी बैकअप। कौन करेगा, कैसा करेगा, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सप्लायर, ये हेडेक कौन करेगा? ऐसा इंडस्ट्री को लगता है, बाद में वो रिपोर्ट कचरे के डब्बे में चले जाते हैं। So that is the worst thing of that. Actually, as I said earlier, अगर एनर्जी ऑडिट करना है आपको तो you should be committed for implementation of the proposals. Or you should go by step, which are there will be no cost, low cost proposals, which will not attract any capital investment. उसके ऊपर आपने जाना चाहिए, वो अपने इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहिए। उसके लिए हेल्प लगी तो ऑडिटर को आप इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हो, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, बट यू शुड बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, अदरवाइज आपको रिजल्ट मिलेगा ही नहीं कुछ इतना सब करके। फाइनेंशियल कंस्ट्रेंट्स रहते हैं, तो माय एडवाइस इज यू टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम सिंपल थिंग्स। Simple things you start, whatever I have told you. See, there is a, in a air compressors, you must have seen there is a drain valve to the receiver, right? आपने देखा है ना, हर कंप्रेसर के रिसीवर, कंप्रेसर के रिसीवर में ड्रेन वाल्व रहता है। वो क्या करता है?
वाटर ट्रेन करते हैं,
हाँ,
एक्यूमुलेटेड वाटर को बाहर
मॉइस्चर सेपरेट करता है, बराबर। अभी मैं एक जगह गया तो वहाँ ऑपरेटर ने बताया ये तो सब हम खुले ही रखते हैं थोड़ा सा, और ये बहुत जगह होता है। मैंने बोला क्यों खुला रखते हो भाई, इसमें तो एयर भी जा रहा है फिर। नहीं बोले वो टाइमर हमारा काम नहीं करता बराबर, इसलिए अभी तक हमने रखा है।
पानी
जब
जो है
हमने
मशीन
रिपोर्ट
में
में
जाता है।
उसका जब कॉस्ट निकाल के दिया साल का कितना वो वेस्ट होता है, तो वो शॉक हो गया, क्योंकि these are small things which are not noticed and even if noticed neglected, लेकिन इसका इम्पैक्ट बहुत बड़ा है, बहुत ह्यूज लॉस है ये। आजकल ऐसे सेपरेटर्स आ गए कि जो दो आर वर्किंग ऑन वाटर लेवल, लाइक स्टीम ट्रैप में है ना, पानी का लेवल इतना है तो ही ऑपरेट होता है। अभी वैसा ही है, अभी टाइमर वगैरह नहीं रहा, जब लेवल आएगा पानी का तो ही ऑपरेट होगा एयर का मॉइस्चर कंट्रोलर। ऑटोमेटिक है, कॉस्ट इज वेरी लो, पीपल शुड गो फॉर दिस। अननेसेसरी वॉल खुला रखने से एयर जा रही है आपके 24 आवर्स अ डे, and what is the cost of air? You know, I have told you already, very high. So objective of this lecture is how you should start energy saving without any investment. You can start with this immediately. When you take around, you find out these things. It will not take much time. Because we are focusing on bigger things rather than smaller things. That's why problem होता है. If you go for a round, you can observe these things. Now I have taken two simple cases, so simple sectors I mean, textile sector and metal sector, where we have done maximum audits. Now I have selected this sector because energy cost is around 15 to 20% of production cost of these sectors. And continuous usage of machines in an energy inefficient manner. Ring frame energy consumption is almost 50% of total energy consumption in textile unit. These are the highlights of textile industry. So why I am telling you this thing? Because you should work out on this. Your industry, what is the energy consumption and what is the energy cost? What is the percentage of total energy? This thing. Equipment wise. कोई करता है क्या आपके इंडस्ट्री में इक्विपमेंट वाइज? अभी मेरे इंडस्ट्री में सपोज देयर आर 50 इक्विपमेंट्स. If I ask you which are the energy intensive equipment, you will reply me कि साहब ये एनर्जी ज्यादा लेता है. How much? Nobody knows. So start with this exercise because energy audit is not a simple process. It is not a quick fix type. It will not give result immediately. There is no instant solution for this. You have to start from basics. Study your equipment, how much that equipment is consuming energy, whether I can neglect that equipment because consumption is low, which is the equipment which is consuming very high consumption. Segregate those equipments, study those equipments. So you will get to know what are the energy intensive equipments in your plant. This is a general distribution of textile industry energy consumption. So major power savings are preparatory process, ring frame, humidification plant and compressor. Some energy saving opportunities also I have mentioned, like top low room lines. This is applicable to all the plants. Most of the equipments in all other industries are running without being required, And there is no production or shutdown of some steel conveyors are operating, motors are operating. So you have to identify those things and stop those equipment. Production system suction pressure you can reduce, replace ring frame motors, energy efficient motors. How many of you are using energy efficient motor IE3 and IE4? Anybody?
I3. I3.
IE3? Who is using? You are using? IE3.
I3.
Which make?
Siemens.
What is the efficiency?
94.6.
94.6. How much savings you got compared to traditional motors?
Compared to the conventional.
Yeah.
When we are loading above 85%, the percentage is up to 7%. 7%.
And what is the how much is the cost difference?
Motor to motor cost difference is approximately 180%.
What is the payback of your investment?
3.3, 3.25 up to according to the saving that we are getting.
How much?
3.3 years.
3.5 years.
3.3 years.
It is very high.
Of course, this is
Normally it should not give like that. Energy efficient motor should give payback of 1 year.
7% saving and Siemens is the monopoly. They are the pioneers.
Yeah.
You can compare the price from the market.
So price is okay. Price maybe what was the HP of the motor?
43 45 to 30 to 45 different. Mainly you told to reframe is catering in spinning mills.
So the cost must be about 7 lakhs, 7 to 8 lakhs.
No, not at all. 145 kW motor is 2.6 to 2.6 to 2.8 lakh.
I3.
I3.
This overhead traveling cleaning device, OSTC, it has got a lot of, there are a lot of savings nowadays on this. And automatic systems are available for this. Lighter spindles, just optimize spindle speed, upgrade ring technology and all these things are there. Have anybody has got boiler in your plant? Anybody is using steam? Steam your food industry. Anybody else having boilers? Anybody having furnaces?
Yes.
Which furnace? Induction
Induction
furnace?
furnaces.
Huh?
Yes.
Which type of boiler you have, ma'am?
Patna looks after operation.
Okay, what fuel you are using? Natural gas.
The electric, multi-fuel briquettes were using.
Briquettes.
Yeah. Electric.
This is the energy consumption in aluminum plant. That is also a huge consumption. Now, as far as boilers and furnaces are concerned, or even your hotel system, thermic fluid heaters. I'm talking about thermal energy conservation now. You have to see the combustion is complete, but what is the oxygen level in your flue gas? That is more important. You must have that online oxygen analyzer. It's a small equipment, you can fix it. You have to maintain minimum and optimum oxygen level in the flue gas. Because if you have oxygen level of greater than 5, that means you are supplying more excess air for the required combustion. What will happen if you give more excess air? That air will be heated in the furnace. And that heat will be going as a waste from the chimney. So you will reduce the efficiency of your equipment straight away. The simplest way is to control the oxygen in the furnace gas. And that you can do by putting online oxygen analyzer and connecting it to your ID fan VFD. Make a closed loop that will sense your oxygen level continuously and adjust the ID fan, FD fan. That is also automatic and continuous instead of using manual dampers. So excess air control and waste heat recovery. There are regenerative type burners nowadays. Insulation and leaks I have already talked from furnace surface temperature measurements. That is the prime area to be attacked. Metal industry recycling metal is always a better option. Recycling steel uses 75% less energy to process than iron ore. So recycling your scrap is a better move. Renewable energy, there were a lot of questions in that our meeting about renewable energy. My advice to you is you should go for renewable energy like solar energy straight away, but for captive use only. not for exporting. Whatever is your capacity, you should use part energy for your captive use. I mean, you can calculate from your bill. Normally, you should keep these things in mind. You must have rooftop space also, which is normally 6 square meter per kW. And 1 kW will give you 4 units per day average for the year. So save your consumption, you cannot go for a battery which is not affordable. So whatever you generate, you will consume daytime only. And your rest will be exported with your import-export meter. But try to limit the export quality to the grid to minimum. Because it will not earn anything, they are giving very less rent. If you use for your own use, captive use, you will save almost 10 rupees per kWh. So this is a simple thing which we can, I don't think we should go to an expert or solar system provider. You can analyze yourself. You can take 4 units per day average. I mean, in summer it will give 4 to 6. In rainy season it will give very less. So average will be 4 units per day per kW. Cost is coming down, so take benefit of that. There is no other option to avoid all these MSCB nonsense. Now coming to low cost, no cost energy savings. I am again coming back to the same thing. Low cost, no cost energy savings. I don't want industry should put lot of investment, take lot of risky projects about which we are not knowing anything right now. So detecting and fixing compressor leaks with ultrasonic sensor, tuning of loading unloading pressure of air compressor. There is a air compressor is the highly energy intensive area in the plant. I mean, you can do lot of things in air compressor. I have seen in many of the industries, 7 kg pressure is normal, right? Right or wrong?
Right. Yes.
Right. When I ask not one man, but 3-4 people that where this compressor is being used, they are not able to reply me properly. The utilization of compressor, where it is used, it is not used for one purpose, that is sure. It is used for multiple purposes, but where it is used, people are not aware about this. And that is a big problem. Because what happens, normally your instruments will require around 4 kg, 4 to 4.5, 5 kg pressure. There is some certain peculiar equipment in the plant which will require 7 kg pressure. Generally, the requirement of high pressure will be around 20 to 25% than total compressed air. Now for 75% of low pressure requirement, you are generating compressed air as 7 kg. This is the energy loss. For every 1 kg, there will be around 7% more energy required, more power required. And as the pressure rises, relationship is not linear. It will go up. So this is a low cost, no cost study which you yourself can do. Where I am using high pressure, where I am using low pressure, you can segregate the network, distribution network. For a small high pressure requirement, you can have another compressor, high pressure compressor. Other compressors you can run at 5 bar instead of 7 bars. And you can save statewide save 15% power on continuous basis. Particularly in big plants, I have seen there is a lot of mess, lot of confusion. People don't know where compressor is used. It is used for cleaning the equipment, it is used for cleaning the clothes, it is used for cleaning the floors. All this nonsense is happening and people are not aware of what is the compressor cost. So if it is happening in your industry, stop it immediately. There are other equipments available for cleaning. Blowers are available, buy those blowers. But don't use compressor for this type of nonsense work. Cleaning the body, people are using for cleaning the body. You can reduce straight away compressor pressure and see if the leaks are there in the compressor network. If your compressor is leaking and 50% air is going waste, naturally your pressure requirement will increase. So if you attend the leaks on first priority, your pressure requirement will come down. That is the automatic saving. Your compressor will take less power. I am emphasizing these things because these things do not require any capital cost. Only maintenance. Focus on these things. Start your energy conservation like this. Raise the capital and then go for new technology. That is the ideal way. Don't hurry. Don't invest in such a equipments because somebody telling. For example, if you are buying energy management system, you don't know even it is applicable to your plant or not. You don't know basic of energy in your plant. So first study your energy scenario, energy profile in your plant, and then go for such decisions. First follow small savings, initiate small programs, generate huge savings, and then use the capital. Textile industry blue room lines are normally running when not required. So stop running of equipments when not required. There are so many equipment conveyors, they are running without any use, not required. Install sensors into automatic controls. Nowadays, automation has gone to a very high level. Even your air conditioners, you can have set temperature optimization. That is also automatic. Everything is available now. Only thing you should have willingness to conserve the energy. That's all. Insulation, there are a lot of problems in insulation all over India. Wherever we are going, we have noticed this problem, particularly furnace. ऐसा ही कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्टर आता है गांव वाला, वो फर्नेस का इंसुलेशन कर देता है. जब फर्नेस का बाहर का टेम्परेचर हम लोग लेते हैं तो हमको बहुत डिफरेंस मिलता है, 90 डिग्री, 100 डिग्री, 150 डिग्री. That is a huge loss. I mean, these are the simple things. If we focus on these things, we don't need much cost, but we can get huge savings. That I can guarantee. Optimization of spindle speed, fine tuning of OSTC, servicing and optimizing the overload motors in humidification plant. This is very important thing, servicing and carrying out preventive maintenance on motors. Normally we people neglect this thing, but motors start taking high amperes, consume more energy if there is no maintenance. Use of occupancy sensors and lighting control. If the plant is very huge, you can have these lighting controls. It can get dim, at after 12 hours, so that it can save a lot of energy. Speed control for pumps and motors. Reduce furnace internal pressure. Internal pressure, there is no need to increase the internal pressure. There are government incentives and schemes for energy conservation. Maharashtra Energy Development Agency, MEDA, gives 35,000 rupees subsidy in your energy audit fee. Energy auditor can arrange this thing for you. We have arranged for almost 21 clients, 35,000 rupees per audit. That is one incentive. There is another incentive from Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Now new scheme has come, Aditi. All MSMEs are covered. They are given access to loans. The loans from banks they can get for implementing energy conservation program. All these things are coming up there, but I would suggest you to be more self-dependent. More self-dependent. Don't do audit just for getting 35,000 rupees. Now, this is some case studies. Sorry, here I am within time.
Yeah. This 5-6 slides more, you go ahead.
We have got some couple of case studies to discuss because they are very interesting. This is a 2016 case study for textile industry. Energy saving area was compressed air distribution network. Annually, the energy savings 48.5 lakhs. Total investment made 34.5 lakhs. Simple financial payback was 0.7 year. Planned shutdown required was 72 hours. What was this actually? During the audit, we conducted leak test, which confirmed 45% air leakage in compressed air network. Anybody knows how leak test is conducted on compressed air network?
No.
Any idea?
No.
It is very simple. Very simple. Only thing is you require planned shutdown for 1 year, 1 hour. 1 hour is enough. If you can get 1 hour shutdown of total plant and stop air usage to any equipment, you have to stop usage of air to any equipment, all the equipments. Then what you do? You run one compressor. You run one air compressor, open its discharge valve and let compressor go to the network. Compressor will travel in the network, but it will not be used by any user, right? Measure the loading time and unloading time. Compressor आपका loading कितने बजे होता है, unloading कितने बजे होता है, कितना time लगता है. And if you just find out the ratio of loading time divided by loading plus unloading time, you will get the leakage straight away in 50% percentage. You got the idea? Because if there are very minimum leaks, what will happen? Compressor will unload fast. If there are many leaks, what will happen? Compressor will run on loading only. It's a very simple and accurate test of identifying compressor leakage. And if it is 50%, it is a matter of concern. Because it is a huge loss, it is not a small loss. It has got impact on your compressor generation pressure also, as I told earlier. Compressor generation pressure will increase, consuming unnecessary energy. Now, what had happened to this particular plant, which I have taken for a case study, that leakage has confirmed 45% of air leakage in compressed air network. There was a leakage of 45%. That means 45% of the air was leaking out. Loading unloading pressure was set up at 7.5, 8.5 kg with a pressure drop of 1.2 kg in compressor house itself. What we have observed? In the compressor house itself, there was a pressure drop of 1.2 kg. Compressor was operated at 75% loading and 8.5 kg unloading. Compressor distribution header found very old and corroded. Now, what happened in this textile industry, which was around 22 years old? They have started with a small production setup. Install one compressor, then after 5 years, they have installed another compressor. They have been adding compressors every 5 years to increase their capacity. After 20 years, there were some 5 compressors online. Unfortunately, they have not changed the header size. They have kept the same header. This was a basic engineering mistake which they did not take care of. They have went on adding compressor because it project is always to be completed shortest possible time to use for production. They have connected the same compressors to same header, and definitely header size was the restriction, and that's why pressure drop in the boiler house compressor house itself. That was a huge loss. Old 3-inch compressor distribution header was replaced with 5-inch header. All air leaks near user points and branch piping were fixed. Loading unloading pressure reset to 6 to 7 instead of 7 to 8. Aluminium piping with push type fittings recommended for new projects. Now this is also very important. Instead of going for steel piping, you should use aluminium piping with push type of fittings to ensure that leaks are reduced considerably. Now this is another case study for aluminium extrusion plant. Energy saving area, melting furnace, which was using fuel, not electricity. LSHS, low sulfur heavy stock, 12-ton capacity. Annualized energy savings was 37 lakhs. Total investment made was 23.5 lakhs. Simple financial payback was 0.64 year. Plant shutdown required was 3 weeks. There are number 5%. So there was a lot of excess air supplied during the combustion. Thermography at 6 locations on the outward furnace surface revealed temperature in the range of 75 to 190 degrees centigrade. That was resulting in huge loss. Exhaust flue gas temperature was high at about 350 degrees centigrade, indicating waste heat recovery opportunity. See, waste gases going from the chimney, if they are at higher temperature more than 200 degrees, there is always an opportunity to recover it. What were the measures taken? Online oxygen analyzer was installed on outlet flue gas piping with AFD on supply air fan motor to maintain oxygen percentage in the range of 3 to 5%. Furnace inside refractory was replaced with high aluminum refractory and surface coating. Furnace door seals replaced. Regenerative burner technology was adopted with modification. Anybody is knowing what is regenerative burner technology? It is an old technology now. I mean, it is not so old, but it is not definitely not a new technology. What is regenerative burner technology?
फर्नेस एरिया जो रहता है बॉयलर का, उसमें जो गैसेस एस्केप होते हैं, उससे आप वाटर को जो हीट करते हो, प्राइमरी हीटिंग जो वाटर को देते हो, as it is you are heating the water inside a boiler, so the gases which are escaping, you first heat the primary heating of water happens through those gases,
Okay.
and after that secondary heating happens inside.
So one burner is functioning for combustion, another burner is used for heat recovery from the flue gas. You can use either water or air. Air. You can use either of these. Normally it is used for air heating, air free heating. So it can give a benefit automatically. It can recover the heat in the flue gas. So here I come to the end of this presentation. I have, if you see the last slide, you have a point that money is not all you are saving. What is the meaning of this? Can anybody tell me? Money is not all you are saving.
Yeah, saving resources also.
Pardon?
Resources also we are saving. By saving electricity, we are saving resources also.
Saving
Resources,
resources.
nature,
Anything else?
nature, carbon emission.
Saving our planet.
Yeah. You are saving the environment. As you save the energy, you are contributing to environment saving, reduction of dangerous gases, I mean greenhouse gases. Ultimately, it will happen. If you save energy, it will save automatically your reduce CO2 and nitrogen oxide and all these things. So any question on this?
तो कंप्रेस्ड एयर की कॉस्ट कितनी होगी आप मुझे बताया तो
कंप्रेसर का कॉस्ट डिपेंड करता है आपका कंप्रेसर का साइज कैपेसिटी. What you have to do, you measure your delivery in CFM and you measure your input power and find out from that how much it is taking. It will vary from compressor to compressor.
Per CFM.
kWh per CFM or per cubic meter.
Yeah, whatever.
जो आप पंप का बता रहे थे थ्रोटल करके अपन चलाते हैं उसके जैसे BFD से चलाएंगे उससे कैसे होगा मतलब स्पीड लो हो जाएगी ना
Sir, क्या है? They are already running on low speed, right? They are running on same speed with throttle valve, right? Now, instead of throttling the valve, what I will do? I will reduce the speed. If I reduce the speed, they will get the same effect.
the head will be changed
Same effect. Flow will be reduced. Flow is directly proportional to speed. But by reducing speed, my energy consumption will come down. And it will come down in what proportion?
just a proportion of
What proportion? Anybody can tell me?
just by the
If you reduce the speed by 2, your power consumption will reduce by 8. That is cube. Cube correlation is. Understood? Now, if you reduce the speed by 2, your power consumption will go down by 8. The huge saving. So achieve saving and do whatever you like. Any other question?
सर लेटेस्ट कोई टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री का लेटेस्ट कोई केस स्टडी है क्या अभी कोई
कौन सा सर?
में जो कि
टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री में अभी लेटेस्ट कोई केस स्टडी है क्या?
केस स्टडी है क्या सेविंग का या कोई नया प्लांट लगाया हो या ऐसा कुछ उसमें केस स्टडी किया हो?
टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री में बेसिकली रिंग फ्रेम के बारे में बहुत सारे आ रहे हैं. Because the main thing is there is a advanced automation systems coming up. They are doing a lot of things automatically. So these systems can be incorporated in old plant also. And they will save the energy in a huge quantity. Because आजकल वो आपका जो स्पिंडल का स्पीड है ना उसका भी वो ग्राफ आता है. At particular
अलग अलग एवरेज स्पीड लेते हैं
थिकनेस. हाँ, तो वो उसके ऊपर ऑटोमेटिक कंट्रोल भी आ गया है. Seeing that chart, so you can adopt that, and there are other areas also. Humidification plant में there are a lot of scope because those machine, those electric motor, even if you service now, you will get lot of service.
how you are going to proceed with this energy study that the project coordinator through him what is the steps we should do
We are going to have a couple of stages. First stage is we'll be sending a questionnaire to the members. We'll seek basic information from the industry. With that basic information, we'll try to see as to what are the potentials of saving power. And on the basis of that, we will inform the members that these are the areas where you can work. Now it's up to the members to decide whether they want to go for an audit or not. As a VR coordinator, my job is to make sure that we give some feedback to you on the inputs we get from you. And then we also guide you and advise you whether you should go for an audit or not. But even then, if we don't advise you, you can always go for an audit. That's your call. And even if we advise you for an audit, you might decide not to go for one. But the idea is to identify the areas like, especially like Mr. Bhandare told us, there are many areas which we never look at. Cooling tower, for example. Or maybe the compressors, we never look at that. These are the most neglected areas. We even don't know how efficient the pump is. And I'm dead sure all the professionals sitting in this room have never measured the efficiency of a pump or a cooling tower or a normally the big equipments like boiler and all that, we always keep focus on the efficiency or a furnace what's the outside temperature? There are 5 furnaces, all 5 furnaces are behaving in a different way. So these things need an expert who can feel it.
Like first you are coming for walkthrough audit, then you are deciding for
Yes.
audit, then the final.
Yeah, so once we get the questionnaire, then you can always request one walkthrough audit. We come for one day, we go through go for walkthrough audit, and then we propose you something, and then you say, no, we want further in-depth audit, that can be done. It's as simple as that. We go to a doctor, he will prescribe you something, you're not comfortable, you go again and tell him that, I still have some problem in my body. Then he say, okay, go for a blood test, go for a this test, that test, and then he does all the tests. And then he says, oh, okay, the first time my diagnosis was just general. Now I'm very specific. You have this disease or this problem. So this is a specific medicine. Please have it and you will be cured. So the detailed audits will take you to that, multi-specialty hospital where the things are being diagnosed in a very scientific way and they are being presented to you in that particular way which you can understand, and then you can see the results in a positive way. So audits are very important as far as you are really committed to the improvements.
What I was trying to say, if you have got very less bill, say 1 lakh rupee per month, if you have no utilities, very less utilities, I mean, only small compressor or small cooling tower is there. So there is no need to go for comprehensive energy audit like that. If you have got lot of load, utility load, lot of equipments, then it is a must. Then you on your own cannot do all these things, so you need an expert. So if your bill is very high, you have got lot of energy intensive areas like furnaces, boilers, cooling towers, cooling water, big pumps, all these things, you have got very good opportunity of saving energy. At least I would say, if you invest 10 rupees in your audit as audit fee, you can recover 10 times, and that too in payback will be only 2 months. That I can guarantee.
Sir, cost क्या होगी audit की?
Such energy audit cost will be based on your monthly energy bill. Now monthly or annual energy bill, whether it is for electricity or fuel.
किसी का 1 crore
Can you make it whatever the returns we are getting per budget?
10 to 15% minimum.
No, that can be done. That can be discussed later on. I got your point.
Then what is
What he's saying is that whatever saving you will be giving us, can it be a part of that? They like the customer is fixing some fee for your coming and doing. Rest is after implementation. Is that you mean?
Yes.
See, what is your question, please?
One, sir. Q3, we are conducted energy audit in a span of every 4 years or 5 years. Being an industry, we are conducting energy audit. And normally we are conducting energy audit with the different nodal agencies.
Different?
Nodal agencies.
See, sorry, energy efficiency, Government of India is also, you are already told they are giving subsidy and everything is incentive also there. Am I right?
Yeah.
So when we are conducting energy audit, the first audit I got 40% saving in X place, not for the whole industry, 40%. You told me compressor and everything. In the second audit, I am getting only 4%. Second audit, I get only 4% benefit for it. In a period of 8 years span, our energy savings, what we can avail from the current scenario is bring down. Now the technology adapting, you told me the technology adapting. For the technology, we are going for i3 motor and new energy. That is required a capital investment. Am I right? So I told you 230 times, 230%. Not times, sorry. 230% is costing a normal motor and a i3 motor of Siemens. Because of their premium technology, whatever value addition what they are given to me. So this chart is giving, firstly you are conducting audit for me and you are assuring 15%. If I am getting 15 or 20, whatever maybe, I am getting. The next audit, how much I can pay?
No, it is not
That
like
will
that.
be based on the next audit. We can't say.
It is not like that. I will explain you. See, first thing is that energy audit is a continuous process. It is not that you have reduced from X to Y, that means there is no scope. It is not like that. Because every year energy, there are upgradations, there are new ways of saving energy, new equipments, new SOPs, all these things are there. So be assured, you cannot bring down your consumption to zero. I mean, energy saving to zero. It is not possible, first thing. And then every 2 years or every 5 years, you will have new opportunities. It is a continuous process. It is not that once you have done and saved the energy, भूल जाओ, ऐसा नहीं.
मैं वही बोला सर, आप मेरे को रेकमेंड कीजिए कितना दिन में मेरे को एनर्जी मेरा एडिशनल क्या बोल रहे हमारा जो कनेक्टर लोड में कोई चेंजेस नहीं आ रहा हूँ या सैंक्शन लोड में चेंजेस नहीं आ रहा हूँ, सपोज कीजिए, तो फिर मेरा एनर्जी ऑडिट में मेरे को अगर 15% सेविंग मिलता है तो आपका रिकमेंडेशन नेक्स्ट एनर्जी ऑडिट कब करना?
हाँ,
तो वो करने के बाद हमारे को कितना
10 to 15% I am telling ना.
every audit I am getting 10 to 15
10 to 15% every year.
So let me clarify here. If you are an efficient company.
Yeah.
And if you have implemented all the things done in an audit in the first place, and you have maintained well, then how will you get additional savings on that?
So,
If you become inefficient over a period of next 4 years.
how many years? 4 years.
No, if you get inefficient, to that extent only you will get the savings. No, it's as simple as that. You have a balloon, you fill up the air, block it. Now keep the balloon for 10 years. It will be as it is, right or wrong. So if you are efficient to that extent, then in that balloon area, I'm just giving a metaphor, an example. Yeah? In that area, you will not get more savings. Yeah, but over a period of time, if your balloon starts leaking, then in the next audit, it will got. So the audit is basically to find out where we have gone lax or where we have added inefficiency in the system in last so many days, Since
Sir, I am telling you minimum savings. I can guarantee you, I can identify minimum 10% saving in any plant. If they are doing every year audit, there also we can find the potential. There also there is a guarantee that 10% savings will be achieved. Because there are so many ways we see, we have got a third eye. Probably you are not knowing which are the energy saving areas. I have just briefed you some areas. There are so many areas where energy saving can be done. Even your standard operating procedures, they can save a lot of energy. So I have not explored all the areas, I have explored only specific areas. But technology upgradation I have not discussed at all. So it is unlimited, savings are unlimited.
So on your experience, what you recommend you for induction motor, how many times to be rewinded?
Industrial motor should normally never be rewinded because your motor will lose the efficiency first thing.
How much?
1 to 2% it will
On
lose.
your experience.
1 to 2%.
So how many time to be rewinded? 2% loss. So now
If it is a high HP motor, is the huge energy loss.
I2 motor is coming with 92% efficiency.
Yeah,
So I am losing 2% is 90%.
yeah,
So that is equal to I1.
yeah.
So I got downgraded to 1. So how many times I can rewind and throw off the motor?
If you have some capital, you should replace with IE3, IE4 also now. If you have some capital.
That is a simple calculation.
Sir,
That is a simple
I got
calculation.
motor,
3 to 4
it is burned in any circumstance of, and I want to rewind or go for a new motor, capital investment, what you are telling.
My suggestion is if you have rewinded once, if you have rewound once, you should not go for second rewind. You should replace it. That is a long-term solution. With a higher efficiency motor, particularly IE4.
Sir, IE4 is coming with a supportive of BFD and others. It is not coming with normal motor.
No,
It
that
is
is
not
already.
giving more than 15 kilo.
Where it is
In
applicable.
India, it is giving only up to 15 kW only they are giving.
Okay, where it is applicable in general, I am telling you, you should go for I4. If it is suits you.
IE3 is available up to 50 and normal kW, but IE4s are coming up to 15 kW only.
That is okay. So if you are okay with I3, you should go for I3, but don't go for rewinding again and again.
Have you heard of hybrid motors?
No, we don't have.
You have not heard because it's not available in India. That's what I'm telling you. Hybrid motors are basically the motors which they are all AC motors, but with a combination of permanent magnets embedded into it. Their efficiency is even higher. And I know that these motors are available in America, but not here. And I know a company whom I reached out a couple of years back to get those motors for me, and they said, no, we don't supply to Asia. So there are technologies available in the market which we need to acquire, which
So
can make us efficient.
based on the bills, how you are charging? Suppose the company is a big company,
कॉस्ट का कैसे करना
how you can it cost?
For example, किसी का अगर 1 करोड़ रुपए का yearly bill है,
Huh?
if someone is having a yearly bill of 1 crore or 2 crores, what is the ballpark figure that you charge for energy audit?
Sir, now if 1 crore is the bill, our savings we take minimum 10%. And based on that, depending on the size of the company, if it is too big or too small, we charge percentage of that savings.
What is the percentage? That's it.
2 to 5%.
2 to 5%.
Yeah,
Of the saving.
Of the saving,
yeah,
10%.
yeah.
You are taking the 10% of the, no,
2 to 5.
10% savings we are taking of your total annual energy consumption.
total energy consumption amount,
Ah.
bill amount.
Percentage of that savings.
Then
It can
basically
be-
95% of the saving remains with you.
Yeah,
Only 5% comes to the customer.
and the small industry, it can be 10%, I mean. Or bigger industry, it can be 5%, like that. But it will not
5%
exceed
of
10%. Any other questions, sir? So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mukundji. It was a wonderful session. I have another topic to discuss, and it will not take very long time because we are already running short of time also. So the second topic is basically sustainability, and I want to ask you all as to what is sustainability. I'm taking up from where Mukundji finished. In the last slide, he showed what? In the last slide, do you remember? What was that?
Money. Money.
No, the picture. They were- Huh? Environment and earth. And my slide starts from there. I'm going to talk on sustainability. Can you quickly tell me what is sustainability for you people? We are all from business, we are all from industry. We are talking sustainability in terms of industry. What is sustainability?
ये और जीने दो,
हाँ जी, हाँ बोलिए
ये और जीने दो।
जी और जीने दो, वेरी गुड, एक्सलेंट, इससे बढ़िया तो बात ही नहीं सस्टेनेबिलिटी, जी और जीने दो, दैट इज व्हाट द नेचर टेल्स अस एंड द नेचर टीचेस अस। अब इसमें पिक्चर में देखिए, एक तरफ ग्लोब है, एक तरफ नेचर है। नो, वुड यू लाइक टू गो फॉर अ नाइस ट्रिप और अ हॉलिडे इन दिस टाइप ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट विद फैमिली और विदाउट फैमिली? जाओगे कि नहीं जाओगे यार? हाँ नाम से बोल दो।
हाँ।
है बढ़िया लग रहा है। तो ये नेचर इतने सालों से, मतलब बिलियंस ऑफ ईयर से धरती ऐसी कैसी है? इट रिमेन्स एज ब्यूटीफुल एज इट इज। व्हाई? आप जब भी अब छुट्टियां होती है, हम क्या करते हैं? गाड़ी निकालते हैं, चलो यार फैमिली को लेके हिल स्टेशन पे चलते हैं, इधर चलते हैं उधर चलते हैं। किसी इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क में क्यों नहीं जाते हम लोग? MIDC में क्यों नहीं जाते हम लोग?
पोल्यूशन है,
हैं?
पोल्यूशन है, नॉइस है।
नहीं, नॉइस तो सड़क पे थोड़े होता है, वो वहां पे इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में होटल होता है, उसमें थोड़े नॉइस पोल्यूशन होता है। फिर भी नहीं जाते, क्यों नहीं जाते?
शांति है ना।
ऑक्सीजन रिलैक्स फील करते हैं।
हाँ, रिलैक्स। तो नेचर गिव्स अस द फीलिंग, सूदिंग इफेक्ट। बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं। नेचर, मदर नेचर ने जो है हमें नर्चर करती है। जैसे हरे हरे पेड़ देखेंगे, ठंडी सी हवा देखेंगे, अपना शरीर पुलकित हो जाता है। पुलकित समझते हैं ना, खुश हो जाता है, प्रफुल्लित होता है। बट ऐसे कैसे होता है? नेचर मतलब इतने सालों से, हजारों से, लाखों करोड़ों सालों से मतलब सुंदर है, और हम लोग जो भी बना रहे हैं अभी, पिछले इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन कितने सालों से हुआ है? 100-200 साल से हुआ है। लास्ट मैक्सिमम इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन तो पिछले मतलब वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 के बाद ही हुआ है। तो ऐसा क्या है नेचर ने जो मतलब बिलियंस ऑफ ईयर से वो है, जितनी सुंदर ही है, और हम लोग नहीं सुंदर नहीं है। एडॉप्शन। आपने एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात देखी क्या? नेचर में कोई वेस्ट नहीं होता है, देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड वेस्ट। जो भी आप निकालते हो ना, उसका कोई ना कोई कंज्यूमर बैठा रखा है नेचर ने। आप कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड छोड़ोगे ना, पेट फट से पकड़ लेगा, हाँ भाई मेरे को चाहिए थी। गलत है कि ठीक है? हैं? बिल्कुल बैलेंस है। घास उग रही है, पेड़ पौधे उग रहे हैं, वो मतलब वो जो क्या बोलते हैं हर्बीवोर्स बना दी है। हर्बीवोर्स समझते हो ना, घास खाने वाले जानवर। उसके फिर कार्निवोर्स बना दिए भगवान ने, उनको खाने वाले जानवर, फिर उनको उनको खाने के लिए उनको खाने वाले जानवर। इस तरीके से पूरा सस्टेनेबल करने के लिए एक साइकिल बना दिया है। क्या बोलते हैं उसको? फूड चेन का साइकिल है। बिल्कुल सही। ऐसे और कोई साइकिल याद है नेचर के? पढ़े होंगे, सुने होंगे। वाटर साइकिल और कार्बन साइकिल, ऑक्सीजन साइकिल, नाइट्रोजन साइकिल, मैटर साइकिल। मैटर क्या होता है वैसे? व्हाट इज मैटर? जो भी हमें दिख रहा है, जो हम भी खुद भी है, हम भी मैटर ही है। हमारा भी एक साइकिल है। हम लोग पैदा होते हैं, मर जाते हैं। धरती का वजन चेंज होता है क्या? हम ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड छोड़ते हैं, धरती का वजन कम होता है क्या? कुछ नहीं होता, कंप्लीट कंजर्वेशन है। लॉ ऑफ एनर्जी क्या कहता है? एनर्जी कैन नॉट बी डिस्ट्रॉयड, कैन नॉट बी क्रिएटेड। ऐसे मैटर में भी है, एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में चेंज होता है। ऑक्सीजन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बन जाती है, वो कार्बन उधर से ले लेते हैं अपन, वापस से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑक्सीजन बन जाती है। तो एक हार्मनी है नेचर में, एक हार्मनी है जो कि साइक्लिक है, साइक्लिक नेचर है। उसी के कारण से उसमें सस्टेनेबिलिटी। एंड द अर्थ हैज सर्वाइव्ड ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ दैट साइक्लिक नेचर। So if we want to, our businesses, if we want to be sustainable, we have to create that cycle. अभी आपको दिखाता हूँ, क्या वंडरफुल साइकिल दिखाता हूँ आपको। ये साइकिल तो मैंने अभी बोले, सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज अ गोल। धरती को जिंदा रहना है, इसका गोल है सस्टेनेबिलिटी। उसको अचीव करने के लिए धरती ने क्या किया? हर एक चीज को साइक्लिक बना दिया, हर एक चीज को सर्कुलर बना दिया। आदमी पैदा होता है, कोई भी एनिमल है, कोई जीव जंतु है, पेड़ पौधे हैं, पैदा होते हैं मर जाते हैं, पैदा होते हैं मर जाते हैं, साइक्लिक चलता रहता है। उसको